those who had given prelims 2-3 times and cleared it comfortably, उनके tips से मुझको बहुत help मिला. And I hope I'll be somewhat as good a mentor to you guys, so that I'll just share the same tips that they had given to me that worked very well for me. So if the elimination method, the eliminating 2 method and going for the question, if that strategy is to work, your sample size needs to be big. The more questions you attempt, the more the probability will be that your score goes higher and higher. You should have a very fresh mind in the morning. Many people doze off in the middle of the exam because they are used to sleeping in the morning and studying all night. So I would recommend that you fix your sleep cycle 1 week before the prelims exam and have a nice cup of coffee and go with a fresh mind. First you attempt all the questions you're 100% sure of, and then you attempt with the process of elimination. That is, you eliminate 2 options and you go for any one of the other 2. Okay. Hi, my name is Supriya Das. I'm from Kolkata, and I was fortunate enough to get the rank of 236 in 2016 UPSC Civil Services exam. Use it. So for everybody who's giving the Civil Services exam this year, this is a really exciting and tense time because prelims is right around the corner. So I remember when I was giving my prelims for the first time, I'd heard of many stories of many brilliant candidates who would be really good at mains answer writing or would be great civil servants, but उनका prelims ही clear नहीं होता था. So I was very tense. So what I did is that 2 weeks before prelims exam last year, I got in touch with all the senior aspirants, those who had given prelims 2-3 times and cleared it comfortably. उनके tips से मुझको बहुत help मिला, and I hope I'll be somewhat as good a mentor to you guys, so that I'll just share the same tips that they had given to me that worked very well for me. So first of all, the first thing that they told me is that no one knows all the answers, all the 100 answers in the prelims question paper. So don't panic if you don't know, any of the answers in the first page or the second page. You might still be fine. For example, in my 2016 prelims attempt, I knew only 30 to 35 questions for sure, that 100% this would be the answer, and 70 to 65 questions I had somewhat of an idea about, but not sure at all. So don't panic if you don't know all the answers. Secondly, now, if I only know 30 to 35 answers, then obviously it is not enough to clear prelims. So I had to attempt more questions, and apparently this happens to most people writing the exam. So the strategy that had been told to me and that works well is that in any question, if you can eliminate 2 options and you're sure that the answer will be one of the other 2 options, then go for it. Go with your gut feeling and answer that question. Why does this work? Because initially when you have 4 options, you have a 25% chance of having a correct answer. But if you can eliminate 2, then there is a 50% chance that you'll have the correct answer. And we all know that the scoring system of prelims is such that if you get a correct answer, you get more marks. You get more marks than would be deducted if you got a wrong answer. So if you have 50% chance of getting an answer correct, go for it. Okay. So now the question is, how many questions to attempt? Because I already know that I don't know more than 35 to 40 questions in the paper. So if the elimination method, the eliminating 2 method and going for the question, if that strategy is to work, your sample size needs to be big. The more questions you attempt, the more the probability will be that your score goes higher and higher. So in such a situation, I was told to attempt around 70 to 75 questions minimum, so that there is enough sample size to account for wrong answers. Okay. Now if you answer more than 70 to 75 based on guessing, again it might not work out for you. So the optimal number according to me would be between 70 to 80 based on how many questions you know in that paper. Lastly and most importantly, I feel you should have a very fresh mind in the morning. Many people doze off in the middle of the exam because they are used to sleeping in the morning and studying all night. So I would recommend that you fix your sleep cycle 1 week before the prelims exam and have a nice cup of coffee and go with a fresh mind. Now, why is it so important to have a fresh mind? Because there will be many questions in the paper that you won't know the answer to, but you'll have to work it out. For that, you need to have an active mind. I'll give you an example. For example, in my 2016 prelims attempt, even after attempting questions by the process of elimination, I had only reached around 65 questions. And from the experience of previous aspirants, I knew that a minimum of 70 to 75 questions was required. So then I went back to the questions and looked कि कौन सा मुझको आ रहा है, थोड़ा सा आइडिया है. तो एक ऐसा क्वेश्चन था जो वर्कआउट करके मुझको आंसर करेक्ट मिल गया. There was a question on the Gulf Council in the 2016 paper. Now it asked, out of the 4 countries, which are the member countries of the Gulf Council? I had no idea. I had not marked up the members of the Gulf Council. But I knew that Gulf Council has been set up by Sunni countries for their interests. And I saw in the options that Iran is one of the options, and Iran is a Shia country. So there I knew that Iran is most probably the correct answer. It is not a member of the Gulf Council. Okay, so for this, having a fresh mind is very important. So I guess this is more or less all the tips that I had received, and I think you should incorporate in your strategy for prelims. If you want to see which strategy works best for you, I would suggest that after watching this video, you give 3 full-length prelims tests. Give one test in which you only attempt questions that you're 100% sure of. Okay? See what your marks are in that. Then give another test, a second test, in which you find that, okay, first you attempt all the questions you're 100% sure of, and then you attempt with the process of elimination. That is, you eliminate 2 options and you go for any one of the other 2. Okay? See what your score in this paper is. So you have done 2 strategies in the second paper. And in the third, give a third paper. And in the third paper, first attempt all the questions you're 100% sure of, then attempt questions based on the elimination process, and then also answer those questions in which you have a gut feeling that this should be the answer. These are the questions that you will work out on your own on the day of the exam. And then see what score you're getting in the third exam. Okay. See which one you do best in, and that should be your strategy for prelims. Keep practicing that strategy over different papers after that and see whether the score is maintained. Okay, I think this is all for today. This is a lot. I really hope this helps. All the very best.